Yo, I'm back like I never left. Forever fresh, and it's evident. The niggas do it for clout and for presidents. That's why I packed it up and took the severance. You know, never roll with an ego under the pico. From peons to feet on, the glowers, the knowers, the shiners, the showers, the non-stagnant, and the growers. It's the re-emergence from behind the curtains.
What's really good? It's the OG Boricua Don Dada back at it with another raw and uncut. Y'all already know what it is. I talk specifically the featherweights. I had to wait because I'm being given the ugly eyes from one person. The other person got no respect and wants to talk on their phone. So I'm going to delay my joint real quick and throw it out there. Started off, y'all already know what it is. Mandy Leon, one of my favorites. The bombshell bride of MLW of the calling. Absolutely destroys and annihilates the very young, super talented, I want to say overhyped Billy Starks. Like she told her, take your shit, pack your bags, go to AEW. You're not built for this here, right? Like that's what it felt like to me. She gave her the beating of a lifetime. I mean, what else can we say about this, right? Like it was just this would definitely be a squash match. One girl comes in, completely dominates from start to finish, and the other girl just literally takes an ass whooping and get your shit, get the fuck out, right? Best part about this is the calling has been showcased really well over the last 2 weeks, where prior to, even with Ikuro winning the belt, it just felt like just a faction that they were just trying to push down your throats with no real direction or no real substance behind it. This, of the last two shows, they have been highlighted really well. They all look strong. Ricky Shane Page, and I one of our guys made a joke that he's the Wish version of Bray Wyatt, right? Now I seen it on the video clip that they just did. I was like, oh, all right, I see where this is going from. Mandy Leon looks perfect in the group. Kira on the set looked real good. Pause. My one issue, once again, is Raven. Raven to me doesn't fit in, and I know they do the whole trust the Raven thing. It sounds really cool, but when Raven jumps in, it just sounds corny. It looks corny. The whole crew is fire, though. It just, unfortunately, the main attraction of this, Raven, to me, it's just a dud. But dominance looks great. Mandy Leon now is 2-0, and absolutely see the disrespect going on. Now people fake sneezing. They do the thing, they killed it. Best part about the show to me, and obviously I'm a big Mandy Leon fan, wasn't the fact that she absolutely annihilated somebody and threw the card on her face. Like, I thought that was super cool. But having Queen Latifah's name pulled up on, is she funding Bomaye Fight Club? If anybody from my era knows Queen Latifah, not the movie star Queen Latifah, the UNITY, that Queen Latifah, it's a big thing. We all grew up listening to the music. She absolutely killed it in her career, from music to acting, and just absolutely, she's just the queen, literally. Then the other female, which I thought was super dope because I love Madam Dixie Carter. Her name being thrown into the hat. I love Madam Dixie Carter. Had the opportunity to be around her multiple times. Loved Impact Wrestling, TNA. I'm just a huge fan of the woman. She's absolute sweetheart in real life. So don't get caught up on gimmicks or what you see on TV, because these people are real people. And she's one of the nicest people I've ever met in this entire industry. And that's real shit. The only problem with this whole segment of who's funding Bomaye Fight Club is we know it's not going to be said until the live. So all these names that we've seen the last 2 weeks, you knew it wasn't going to be the right person because they're going to wait for a live crowd to do it. Now, months ago, we had said, yo, it's definitely going to be Ken Broadway, right? Like, who better than Ken Broadway to be the guy funding it when his whole thing is cash flow? And we know he's going to be in the building. So I hope he gets drafted. We talked about that previous. Once the draft happens, we're definitely going to cover it, because me and Muffins are definitely huge sports fans. Both of us played. He played baseball. I played football, basketball. So we love the draft. Outside of that, great show. Like I said, I had to come in here and talk because Mandy Leon absolutely murdered it. And we're seeing her being booked very strong. And this is going to be an opportunity. Once again, like we said, we know Becca. That's going to be a challenge towards Del Miexo. Mandy Leon's looking great. That's going to be a tough challenge because Becca has that feel of like a tweener, right? Like not a true heel, not a true face, but she's gonna kill it, and that crowd is gonna get behind her for one reason or another. Mandy Leon is your heel of MLW. That's gonna be her lane. And then you have the good girl, who's WXO, right? So you're like, oh snap. And what did they do? Now we said she needs to be showcased heavy, unlike the prior with Taya Valkyrie, who just had match after match. Her versus Ava Everett is going to be crazy. Belt for belt, WXW. I mean, this is the way to jump off the beginning of her reign. Can she defend the MLW title? Was it just a quick stopgap? I mean, hopefully we get a definitive winner, but I could definitely, like we have all said, we could see something like Mandy Leon coming out, kind of, beating up either WXO or Ava Everett or both, and then it being like a disqualification. So, I mean, we're all intrigued. We're all bought in. We love what we see. It's just, how are they going to keep laying out the foundation? The blueprint, it's there. We just need to see it. This is where Court and his staff have to show us their vision so we can sit back and enjoy the product and, eventually just talk some shit to y'all and keep it 100. So listen, I went over my 5-minute mark. I was going to do 2, but I'm not going to do 2 on just Queen Latifah and Madam Dixie Carter, and put some respect on her name. For myself, my entire team, we out of here. Deuces.